Swami Chinmayananda with Bhagavan Sri Ramana. It was in the summer of 1936, during his college holidays, that the future Swamiji had his first darshan of Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. About this great event in his life, he said, "I was just emerging from high school, exams were over. On a package railway ticket, I was roaming through South India. As the train chugged through the countryside at a halting speed, most of the passengers in my compartment suddenly peered through the windows in great excitement and bowed reverently to an elaborate temple beyond. Inquiring about it, I was told that it was the Sri Arunachalaswara temple. Thereafter, the talk of my fellow travelers turned to Sri Ramana Maharshi. The word Maharshi conjured up in my mind ancient forest retreats and superhuman beings of divine glow. Though I was at that time a convinced atheist, I was deeply drawn to visit the Maharshi's ashram. I chose to take the next available train to Tiruvannamalai. At the ashram, I was told that the Maharshi was in the hall and anybody was free to walk in and see him. As I entered, I saw on the couch an elderly man wearing but a loincloth, reclining against a round bolster. I sat down at the very foot of the couch. The Maharshi suddenly opened his eyes and looked straight into mine. I looked into his. A mere look, that was all. I felt that the Maharshi was, in that split moment, looking deep into me. And I was sure that he saw all my shallowness, confusions, faithlessness, imperfections, and fears. I cannot explain what happened in that one split moment. I felt opened, cleaned, healed, and emptied. A whirl of confusions. My atheism dropping away, but skepticism flooding into question, wonder, and search. My reason gave me strength, and I said to myself, "It is all mesmerism, my own foolishness." Thus assuring myself, I got up and walked away. But the boy who left the hall was not the boy who had gone in some 10 minutes before. It was only many years later when I started reading spiritual books seriously, before my sannyasa diksha, that I realized how blessed I had been by the glance of grace of a great yoni. After my college days, my political work, and after my years of stay in Uttarkashi at the feet of my master, Swami Tapovan, I knew that what I gained on the banks of the Ganges was that which had been given to me years before by the sage of Arunachala on that hot summer day, by a mere look. Govinda Dharajan, a devout devotee, spent his last days at Arunachala. He was one of Swamiji's close devotees as well. He narrated 2 incidents from Swamiji's life. One of Swamiji's affluent devotees invited the Swami for giving him bhiksha, or food offering. That devotee was passionately praising Swamiji's service to humanity. He started saying, "Swamiji, saints like you and Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi," and Swamiji thundered, "Stop. Do not compare missionaries with generators. Sages like Bhagavan Sri Ramana are generators. We are only distributors." When Swamiji, as a young sannyasin, came to Sri Bhagavan, he wanted to have a private session alone with the Maharshi. This is what he said. The moment that thought arose, the few devotees who were sitting in the hall left, and I was left alone with Sri Bhagavan. "Bhagavan, I wish to ask you." But before Swamiji could complete the sentence, Sri Bhagavan said, "Let everyone go." Thinking that Sri Bhagavan was not aware that everyone had already left the hall, Swamiji said, "All have left. I am alone." Sri Bhagavan then gave him a piercing look and said, "Let that also go." Those words of Sri Bhagavan created an explosion in Swamiji's awareness. Sayings of Swami Chinmayananda. The highest form of grace is silence. Introspect daily, detect diligently, negate ruthlessly. Every body dies. Nobody dies. Comfort comes as guest, lingers to become host, and stays to enslave us. He who submits into a discipline is a disciple. Without devotion, knowledge is tasteless. Without knowledge, devotion is mere empty idol worship. To remember the ever-present divine at all times, even while acting in the world, is the most positive practice for a seeker who is striving to evolve. He will thereby transform his inner personality from its present condition to a state of harmony and efficiency. Out of purity and silence come words of power. Bhakti is the attitude of the mind. Jnana is the flow from the heart. Both take one towards the Lord.